goes the train. That's the train I took. 4 trains. These trains are heading to Brooklyn. And here, as you can see, we're downtown Brooklyn. I'm here at the municipal building, Brooklyn Bridge Courthouse. When I attended Donald Trump's trial, this is the same courthouse I had to come to every day. So this is how it goes down. You'll see when I come out of here, you'll see all the courthouses and so forth. Federal buildings. And as you see, most of the trains run local and express. A lot of homeless people in the subway system. All right, so here we go. This is how we kind of navigate through New York City. So you pretty much find where you are. I just caught the 4 train. This will take you all the way into Queens here. It's not as difficult to navigate as most people would imagine. You could also go out to the airport, Jamaica Avenue, or what have you. And as you can see, there's video surveillance cameras everywhere. So as I come out of the subway system, you'll see that I'm in the financial district, but I'm in the part basically where all the federal buildings are. This courthouse is not the same courthouse that I came to for Donald Trump's trial, which in that trial I was able to see Trump every day pretty much. Really tall guy. I didn't expect him to be that tall in person. But this trial was boring. This trial is more exciting.
How about those Knicks, man?
Yeah, those Knicks.
Oh.
You see all the scaffolding. This is the day in life in New York. So these are all basically municipal buildings where it all goes down. You can see here, that's federal all day long. You get some sort of a skyline here. We're not far from where the World Trade Center fell. Now we have the Oculus. I'll try to show you guys that one of my days when I get out of court. Hopefully we get out of court today at 3 o'clock. So I can go live. I have to go live today with Tasha K and a few other channels. Yesterday they wrote an article about me in the New York Times, so check me out. That was pretty interesting. Yeah, I'm out here every day. Yes, indeed. Let me show you some more. Okay. A lot of architecture here. So they have Weinstein's case, I believe. I'm gonna cover that if Diddy's case ends in a reasonable amount of time. He's under appeal, but you don't hear a lot about his case. Diddy's case is taking over. Has everybody's attention. So here we go. Thurgood Marshall, United States Courthouse. Believe me, you don't want to go into these buildings with trouble on your back. Because as I look at Diddy in trial, man, he looked like he has the weight of the world on his shoulder. And imagine that, you being a black billionaire, and they treating you, they have you all shackled down. You go from yachts to sitting in a cell eating food that you can't even imagine, you know. It's definitely a different reality, believe me. So the airplane, yeah, they're still flying airplanes right over these buildings. There's nothing changed in that regard, but it's heavily monitored. So this is the courthouse building here. This building there, that's the courthouse. And we're on the 26th floor of that building. But I'm gonna go in a different way because I have to grab some Starbucks. And you see with these federal buildings, they have the roads laid out so you can't pull a fast one around here. They say these guys make $1 million a year. Can you imagine that? Yep, I don't know how to use the bathroom, but you know, it's always a single person in there. And in the wintertime, they have to run generators to stay warm. Last weekend, I put a video out, I believe on my TikTok. They were having a Palestine-Israel protest there. So check me out, Watching the World on TikTok. And also, obviously, on this channel here. You can see where your bicycles, I know down south you probably don't have this, so a lot of my folks are from Virginia, so where I'm from. You can rent your bicycle and just leave it wherever you want to go. It's all tied to your credit card. I've never, oh my God, what is up with this? So these people are homeless. You would think they'd have the city more manicured as far as cutting the grass, but unfortunately not. So this individual here, just, yeah, people have tough realities. You know what I'm saying? This is real out here. And at nighttime, it gets more interesting. So that's the Starbucks over here that most of us have to eat. Once you go in there, they do have on the 8th floor, they have a cafeteria. I'll come back and get me a coffee once I set up. You'll see the line over here. You see the line already? So, because I have a line sitter, I get to go to the front of that line. A lot of these people are going to be upset. But hey, you know, you got to pay for it. So it is what it is. You want to be in the big league, you got to pay for it. So at the front of the line, you're going to have TMZ, I think Rotten Mango, CNN, and I'll go in front of all of them today because I paid. And I'm paying too much of that, so imagine that, but it is what it is. That's how committed I am to covering this trial. As you know, this channel is about abuse, a lot of times religious abuse, things that happen. So we bring awareness to that type of stuff, but also anything that's interesting in New York City, I like to cover. As you can see, it's just a matter of me coming down. But there are a couple of trials that I will be traveling for. So as we walk up, you might notice some of these people in the line because everybody wants to be here today because Capricorn, she's gonna testify about being kidnapped. So imagine everybody saying, well, you don't have a RICO. Yeah, but every day they drop something new. Like how many drops does it take for that RICO to fall? And last night I did a show with a legal analyst, and basically she broke down that RICO, all it takes is just a matter of a pattern of 2 crimes over the last 10 years. And every day we're getting more and more. So, hey, how are you? So you see I'm about to go in line. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. Hey, what's happening? Hey, how are you? So this is the line. Everybody's waiting. This lady's from TMZ. And I get to go, morning, I get to go take my spot. What's up, brother? How are you? All right, so I'm about to wrap this up so I can get a little coffee in, get something to eat. Once we get into the courthouse, they treat us like prisoners. You can't even have a peppermint. And then sometimes, like when the psychologist was there, It gets to be so boring. Everybody's sleeping. So I'm gonna try to load up on a little coffee just to get through the day. But this part of the trial with Capricorn testifying, it's gonna be exciting. So I'll be alert all day. Let me show you some more stuff. So, all right. So these are the big league with their setup. Usually the family comes in and out of there, so you'll see all the footage happening there. Again, this is the line. It's already early in the morning, and a lot of these people are out there all night. I pay people. That's why I'm number one in line. So it is what it is. This is my commitment to this trial, and anything else I want to cover. Being an independent is not easy, but it's what I do. I'm blessed to be in a position that I can do these type of things. Look at this type of equipment. I'm coming with my little camera, and I have a setup. But then when I go in the courthouse, you have to check everything in. They don't like you bringing in all these cameras, so it is what it is. But you need people like me that give you like the behind the scenes. Like, you would never see this. Come on now. That deserves a like, folks. You guys should be able to get. Oh, look at that! Got boots on, Louis Vuitton. Good morning. How you doing, though? Yes, indeed. So you got all sorts of things going down right here. That's NBC, and CBS is here. Okay, who else we got here? We got Fox. This is where Fox set up. Look at here, NewsPath. I'm not too familiar with NewsPath, but I will be checking them out. So there's a microphone the Fox lady will use. And look at this sister right here setting up. She about to drop it on them. Morning. And listen, a lot of times these sisters are given one take. I have to do like 20 takes to give you a decent video if I want to try this. And these sisters be dropping it. They don't get a repeat and all this. When you're live, you're live. Look at here, my favorite, Court TV. Look at here, look at here. Who else we got? I don't know them. So, yeah. So it goes all the way down here. Now, imagine maybe someday I'll get to this level when I pull up in the truck. Now, I have this truck. Well, no, I have a Yukon. I have a brand new Yukon. My truck is way better than this, by the way. But I don't have the heavy artillery. Look at that. That thing can probably see into the future. It might read your mind. Oh, look at here. We got candles and some sort of ritual going on here. When I was at the Trump trial, the guy set himself on fire while I was out there. And I can't get those images out of my mind. So this is not easy, but I'm ready for the smoke. It is what it is. That's the courthouse there. We're on the 26th floor, right in the courtroom. They bring in Diddy. He is not shackled. He gets 5 outfits that he gets to wear. Usually he's wearing look at her. She's ready to rock and roll. She got her lighting. It takes a lot to do this. Look at the lighting over her head. Imagine I'm trying to do that out here. If you don't have lighting, and like today when I have to go live for someone's channel, I have my little light, but if the lighting isn't good, you look crazy. These are all the things you learn just by observation. Here's live view. I don't know what that is. Yep, and they're out here for these 8 weeks. They have a whole encampment. And just look at his camera. Folks, hit the like button. I'm about to wrap this up. Right across the street here. Oh my God, look at it. The homeless, it just don't stop, right? So this is the park across from the courthouse. And you can see here, they look like they're ready to go to war, right? So we're out here with our little cameras and all right, so I got my little line sitter guy here. I'll talk to you in 1 second. Just tell my people, just say hi. I'm about to wrap it up. Thank you for holding me down while I get to sleep and then come over here and cover the trial for my people. This sister here is sharp, and she does one take, and I'd be like, how in the world she do it? You probably see her. I think she's on What network are you on? What are you on?
Law and crime.
Oh, she's in Law and Crime, so she's a heavy hitter. And I know you see her on TV because watch her over the weekend. That's where I get some of my ideas from. Because she don't be playing no games. And then it's all about, listen, you have to be able to speak well. You have to have proper lighting, a good camera. You got to know what you're talking about. You're in the courtroom, but that doesn't mean, like, all this stuff you have to remember. Some of these females, I don't know about the guys, but some of the females, they sit in court right beside me. It's only 14 of us to get in. I'm number one in line today, right? It is what it is. I got to do what I got to do, right? They come out here and they get on their phone or stand in front of these people and tell you what they just heard. Like, that takes some talent. It takes a lot of years. A lot of them have the education and the backing behind it. So when you see people out here independent, big shout out. That's Rotten Mango, few line sitters. Hey, how are you? That's an attorney that just passed. So yeah, we running this line out here. It is what it is. And so I've established myself here, number one in line. I can't tell you all the details, but it costs. It is what it is. So thank you guys for tuning in. Tell me where you can find better content. Look at this guy about to punch me. Hey, this guy was trying to punch me. You see this here? Tell him
What's going
hi.
on? What's going on? I like that phone, man. I like the phone. What's going on?
Tell my people hi, man.
What's going on?
Tell them who you are, where they can find you.
First of all, you ain't centered me up. Give me center.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, now we centered. Good morning,
All
everybody.
right.
I'm Dennis Byron, at Mr. Dennis Byron on Twitter, Hip Hop Inquirer. Check out my recent article I did with a man who knew a man who knew Sean Combs for 30 plus years. He shares a story that you don't want to miss. Go to hiphopinquirer.com.
All right, thank you, brother. I appreciate
All
you.
right, all right.
All day, every day. All right. Where you gonna find better content? Where can you find it? I'm running the line. I don't want to talk about all that. But anyway, let me show you this. There we go. All right. All right. Have a good day, everybody. I have to get ready to go in the courthouse and whatnot. And I'll be back live again at the end of the day to tell you what happened. This kidnapping is a problem for the case. I've been here every day. I hear what people are saying in the media. There's a lot of problems with this case, but let me tell you one thing for real. Every day, the government don't play any games. I'm gonna just talk about this as I walk through. Hold on one second, I can't see. Okay, here we go. All right, I got about a good 15 minutes. I got you. Yeah, so let me just go and grab a quick coffee. But I want to get past the crowd first, and then I'll tell you what's going on. Here we go. She was on my channel last night. Here's our legal analyst. That's the legal analyst. That's you'll see her on Roland Martin, Law and Crime. She was on my channel last night. Go check out the video. And then the night before, I had another attorney. So my channel, I don't like to get on here and just misspeak about what I thought I heard. So usually I like to bring on the attorneys. Or I have a psychologist coming on to kind of give you an idea of the mindset of some of the people. But anyway, getting back to the case, every day they're dropping more and more. Like you see the video, I saw the jurors look like they wanted to throw up when they saw her on the ground. Then the prosecutors, there's 6 ladies, Caucasian ladies at that are very polished, and they're stopping the video while Cassie's on the ground. They'll pause it while Diddy is kicking her. And so it's going to be an issue getting around a lot of this RICO, because the RICO shows a pattern of criminal behavior. The only thing is the jurors don't seem to be buying a lot of the witnesses, because the prosecutor will come up and they'll lay out a good case and you'll be like, oh wow, Diddy is screwed. And then the defense go up and tear them apart, literally. So it's very tricky. But I think what happens is, because this trial was supposed to go on for 8 weeks, so see, now I have to get across the street. So if I want to continue bringing you information, I have to pay attention to what I'm doing out here and be alert, because there's also shady folks out here as well. So, you know, and you got people rolling up on bikes and all sorts of things if you're not paying attention. But at any rate, the prosecutors, the way I think that they're going to build this case out is that every day they're dropping something new. And at some point, you're like, man, how in the world? Like, for most of us, if we got into trouble, what is it, like two counts you might have, 3 at the most? What is that going to cost you? Attorney says, oh, give me a $5,000 retainer. And then they basically charge you $250, some up to $2,000, $3,000 an hour, whatever. So now the case drags on and they're slow roasting you. So in Diddy's case, he has all these different accounts, obstruction of justice, and this is, see how dangerous this is. All of these different things that are going down. And you like, we just heard Kid Cudi come in, and he came across as a very good witness. Very sharp guy. Seemed like he's one of those little guys that would be in class that would be like a little cornball or what have you. That's the kind of guy. I would probably have been in that category too. It is what it is, right? Now, he talked about how Diddy broke into his home, burglarized him and one of his security guards. So they're building that mafia looking, you know, that type of style. Then they set his car on fire with a Molotov cocktail. And so you hear all that, and then we come back to court today, and then they're saying, oh, he kidnapped Capricorn Clark, his employee. So, like, you know, you try to get over one thing, and then we go back out, and you hear the big reports. So we're going across the street now. You hear the big reports, and then you're like, well, oh, it's not a RICO, da-da-da-da. And then you go right back to court, and the next day, kidnapping. And then the next time, another. But one thing's for sure, they have not brought out anything about Diddy from a standpoint of being with men. There's nothing about those rumors about Meek Mill and all these things that were floating around. We haven't seen it in court yet. So that's one thing I can tell you for sure. Not to say something strange won't come out. There is an issue that I've covered. I covered it on Tasha K, where there was some, look at this guy. He's driving a handicapped vehicle and almost trying to hit somebody. Look at this. He created handicapped people while driving a freaking handicapped little van. Look at him. Anyway, I'm out, folks. I'll be back later. And please like, share. I mean, I'm trying to give you guys what you would never see on TV. It's probably better because I'm nosy. I like to see what other people don't see, and I try to observe what other people do not observe. So thank you. Yes, me. That's right. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll get back with you guys a little bit later. I appreciate the support, for real.